Buenas noches, profesor.
Buenas
Buenas noches.
noches.
Buenas noches, estudiantes. Siendo las 7 en punto, damos inicio a nuestra sesión número 3 de composición número 2 con el profesor Santos Monrroy. Profesor, paso a compartir los parámetros de la sesión.
Vale, está bien.
Estudiantes, estos son los parámetros de las sesiones por videoconferencia. Las sesiones se graban, o sea que podamos verlas nuevamente en la plataforma virtual. Les solicitamos que por favor silencien su micrófono y puedan activarlo cuando quieran hacer consultas o aportes con el permiso del docente. Les pedimos que mantengan su cámara activa. De no poder hacerlo, verse excusa por el chat de Zoom, o de lo contrario serán retirados de la sesión y les serán restados puntos de la heterovaloración del docente. Pero como moderador es facilitar y apoyar en la parte técnica. Las consultas las hacemos por el chat personal o general. Les exhorto a tener bolígrafo y papel para hacer sus anotaciones y aprovechar al máximo estas sesiones. Listo, profesor.
Vale, procedo a compartir pantalla. Hello, let's start class number 3. In this class, we're gonna talk about essay, and to be more specific, let's talk about how to write a good argumentative essay. Essay step-by-step guide. So first of all, let's start by describing what an essay is. Essays, especially academic essays or essays for academic purposes, they have an introduction, body paragraphs, and conclusion. This is basically the main and the basic structure of essays. One paragraph for the introduction. Sometimes the body paragraph vary. We can have 2 body paragraphs, 3 body paragraphs, 4 body paragraphs, and the conclusion. But for the introduction and the conclusion, we just have one paragraph. We can also have a persuasive, informative, narrative, argumentative. There are many kind of essays, but in this class, we're going to talk about argumentative essay. So when you are writing an argumentative essay, you need more than just an opinion to make your voice heard. Even the strongest stance won't be compelling if it's not structured properly and reinforced with solid reasoning and evidence. I think that one of the most difficult tasks is when we have to organize our ideas. Remember that when we speak, I think that is easily speak is more it's easier because we don't need to take some steps and to follow procedures in order to be understood. But when we are writing, in order to call readers' attention, we need to follow some rules, we need to follow some steps in order to make our writing interesting. So first, let's see what is an argumentative essay. An argumentative essay is a piece of writing that takes a stance on an issue. In a good argumentative essay, a writer attempts to persuade readers to understand and support their point of view about a topic by stating their reasoning and providing evidence to back it up. Generally, argumentative essay topics are related to science, technology, politics, and healthcare. If I have to talk about, for example, why it's important to do exercise, the advantages of doing exercise in the morning. So my argumentative essay, it's going to be about that. Why is better to train or to do exercise in the morning than do it in the afternoon or at night? So this is my point of view as the author of the writer. My point of view, it's going to be that. So I have to support these ideas with evidence to convince, to persuade my audience that my point of view, it's through my point of view, it's important and it has reasons, it has evidence that support my idea. So I can say here that for my argumentative essay, the author need to have evidence, need to have evidence. We also can have opinions. So we can have for this argumentative essay, I need to have evidence. I need to have a lot of reasoning. To support the idea or an idea. And also, I show what are the most commonly examples about argumentative essay. So we need to have evidence and reasoning, a lot of reasonings to support my idea. So if I talk about the importance of doing exercise in the morning, I need to get evidence. So what happened with our body? Probably in the morning we have more energy than in the afternoon or at night. Mm, Probably because we came from a period of sleeping in which we recharge our body with energy, and then in the morning we can train and assimilate better the exercise. So these are probably evidence or opinions from people who do the same. And then I collect all that information and I use it to support my essay. So for doing an argumentative essay, I need an outline. The outline is the index. For example, when you are doing a written project, we have the index. The index or the table of content tell us or shows what we're gonna find in the work, in the project. So the outline is the same. The outline is the best way to organize our ideas because I need to get information from the introduction. I need to get information from the body paragraph, and I'm also needing information for my conclusion. So how to align an argumentative essay in 4 steps. Argumentative essays should have a straightforward structure so they are easy for readers to follow. The goal of an argumentative essay is to clearly outline a point of view, reasoning, and evidence. A good argumentative essay should follow this structure. First, we have the introductory paragraph. The first paragraph of the essay should outline the topic, provide background information necessary to understand your argument, outline the evidence you will present, and give you your thesis statement. So what is the thesis statement? This is part of your first paragraph, the introduction. It is a concise one sentence summary of your main point and claim. It's usually the last sentence of your introductory paragraph. For example, if we have the idea to talk about vacations, okay. So vacation is going to be my general idea. So let's do it here. I'm going to have my general idea. So my general idea is going to be vacation. This is my general topic. So my general topic, it's going to be vacation. Okay. When we are doing an essay, I say, okay, I am going to talk about vacations, but I need to have a title. So for the word vacation, let's see a title that we can use for vacation. If we're talking about academic essay, the best way to do it, it's going to be like this one. Let me see. Okay, in here I have general topic, vacation. I need to have my title. Remember that the topic is a general idea. It's just a general idea. So based on my topic, I am going to get a title for my essay. So in title, let's see, Mexican Escapade. Then I am going to say a journey to remember. I have general topic, vacation. The general topic, it can be about music. O sea, write an essay about music. This is write an essay about weather, about politics, about climate changing, about education, about technology, about social media. In this case, my example is vacation. So my title is going to be Mexican Escapade, a journey to remember. This is going to be my my title. So I have to do the outline. I can also have this one. For example, if I have the first things to do in the outline is to have the title. Then we have the introduction. In the introduction, it's where I have my thesis statement in the introduction. But what is the thesis statement? The thesis statement restate the topic and introduce the idea about what I am going to talk about in my body paragraph. So if my title is Mexican Escapade, a journey to remember, okay, I need to list, or I need to get at least 2 ideas about Mexican Escapade that I am going to be describing in my body paragraph. So let's see. The thesis statement. This is going to be my introduction. So let's see. So this is going to be my introduction. In the introduction, I have the thesis statement. So let's see. I can say I'm gonna do something easy. So I can say Mexico is a very good spot. We can say a spot or destination. Mexico is a very good spot to have vacation, because it has the most Okay, I have my first idea. Mexico is a very good spot to have vacation because it has the most beautiful beaches in Cancun. So this is my idea number one. And my second idea, and it has a very delicious. I have my two ideas. This is a statement. Mexico is a very good spot to have vacation because it has the most beautiful beaches in Cancun and it has a very delicious cuisine. So my paragraph number one, it's going to be, in my paragraph number one, I am going to talk about Cancun, beaches in Cancun. How is the beach in Cancun? This is going to be my body paragraph number one. And my body paragraph number two, it's going to be about Mexican cuisine. So this is basically how the thesis statement restate the topic, because if you see the title is Mexican Escapada, a Journey to Remember. The thesis statement restate that idea because it means that if you go to Mexico, you always remind that experience. In my thesis statement, I am restate that point of view. Okay, Mexico is a very good spot to have vacation. In other words, this is a restatement of my title. And finally, the thesis statement introduced two more ideas. It has the most beautiful beaches in Cancun and it has a very delicious cuisine. Now you can also, the idea here is, what do we have to do in the introduction? Okay, the introduction probably it's going to be about a general view of the general topic. So if the topic is about vacation and the place that I choose is Mexico, the introduction can start by describing Mexico in general. So, or describe, it can describe Mexico in general, or the introduction can describe or explain the fact of organizing, having an itinerary, having a plan when you are on vacation. So you can decide whether talk about how we organize our trip or a journey, or describe Mexico in general for the introduction. Okay, now let's talk about body paragraphs. We're gonna take some few minutes to read and analyze this one. Then I will explain what body paragraphs are. Remember that in the thesis statement, we talk about two ideas: dishes in Cancun and Mexican cuisine. So we're gonna take a few minutes to read and analyze what is a body paragraph, and then I will explain with examples how to write interesting and good body paragraphs. Okay, let's see. Body paragraphs, a typical argumentative essay, comprises 3 or more paragraphs, but that is not exactly the rule, because we can also have 2 body paragraphs. So essay, the minimum of paragraph for an essay is 4 paragraphs, 1 introduction, 1 concluded paragraph, and 2 body paragraphs. So that explain the reason why you support your thesis. Remember, if we have 2 ideas in the thesis, we're going to have 2 body paragraphs. The amount of ideas presented in the thesis tell us the amount of body paragraphs. So each body paragraph should cover a different idea or piece of evidence and contain a topic sentence that clearly and concisely explain why the reader should agree with your position. So body paragraphs are where you back up your claims with examples, research, statistics, studies, and text citations. Address opposing points of view and disprove them or explain why you disagree with them, presenting facts and considering a topic from every angle adds credibility and will help you gain a reader's trust. So in this one, it is mentioned the importance of using evidence. We can use statistic, we can use information that has been proved by somebody else. But when we are using reference, when we are using words, evidence that somebody has presented before, we need to say, and we need to cite from where we get that information. So we can say, based on the statistic show in this newspaper, or according to doctor that suggest that this is okay, we need to cite and we need to mention who is the author of the idea we are using. So we can use the idea, but we need to cite from where we get that information, because there is something that we call similarity. When we are writing, and if we get everything from the internet, we are gonna have similarity. And what is similarity? When the information we use exists on a website, exists in a book, exists in another place. The idea is, if I am going to use something that isn't mine, and I'm going to use that information to prove something from my essay, I need to mention, I need to write the names from where I get that information. So let's see. Basically, we have talked in this. For the thesis statement, I am going to have ideas. These ideas, the thesis statement, the ideas tells the amount of body paragraphs. So if I have a thesis statement with 3 ideas, I need to have 3 body paragraphs. And each body paragraph, it's going to explain the idea mentioned in the thesis statement. So let's take a few minutes, then we're gonna have an example of a body paragraph with the reference that explain one idea from the thesis statement. Okay, I will have an example of a body paragraph that restate the thesis statement. So I can say a good body paragraph for your thesis statement could focus on one aspect. Remember, if the thesis statement, as I said, I can have 2, 3, 4 ideas. So one body paragraph should focus on just one aspect of the thesis statement. So if I was talking about Mexico, so it can be a Mexican escape experience, such as a cultural immersion. Let's see. I can say in Mexico, cultural immersion become more than just experiencing new sights and sounds. It becomes a journey of understanding and appreciation. From the vibrant markets of Oaxaca to the ancient ruins of Teotihuacan, travelers are enveloped in a tapestry of tradition, languages, and customs by engaging with local communities, participating in traditional ceremonies, and savoring authentic cuisine. Visitors gain a profound appreciation for the rich cultural heritage of Mexico. Each encounter offers a window into a deep of Mexico's history and diversity, fostering connections that transcend language barriers and leave a lasting impression on travelers' heart. So if you see this body paragraph, explain one of the ideas that we restate in the thesis statement, and also the body paragraph is related to the essay's title. Finally, we have the conclusion. One paragraph that restate your thesis and summary all of your arguments made in your body paragraph, rather than introducing new facts or more arguments. A good conclusion will appeal to a reader's emotion. In some cases, writers will use a personal anecdote explaining how the topic personally affects them. Some author write about their personal opinion in the conclusion, and this is valid. We can, as author, we can use 1 or 2 lines from the conclusion to write, to present our personal opinion. So let's take a few minutes to analyze this, and then I will give you an example of a very interesting conclusion for our topic, Mexican escapada. Okay, let's see. For the conclusion, we can have Mexican Escapada, a journey to remember, encapsulates the essence of travel as a transformation experience. Through my own exploration of Mexico's cultural riches, I have been deeply moved by the warmth and hospitality of its people, mesmerized by its breathtaking landscape and enriched by its storied history. This journey has not only broadened my horizons, but also left an indelible mark on my soul. As I bid farewell to Mexico, I carry with me not only cherished memories, but also a renewed sense of wonder and appreciation for the beauty and diversity of our world. Without a doubt, this escapade will remain etched in my heart as an unforgettable chapter in my life journey. So I'm going to mention here something that in the conclusion, if you notice, the conclusion is where the author use or mention a personal opinion. Okay, let's start. Let's review once again how to write a thesis statement in 3 steps. Your thesis statement is only 1 sentence long, but is the most important part of your argumentative essay. The thesis appear in your introductory paragraph, summarizes what your argumentative essay will be about, and primes the readers for what's come. This step will help you get your point across clearly and concisely. First, turn the topic into a question and answer it. Set up a big question in the title of your essay or within the first few sentences. Then build up to answering that question in your thesis statement. For example, in your title or introduction, you could pose the question, what is the best type of sandwich? And then answer with your thesis statement. The best type of sandwich is peanut butter and jelly. This method is effective because intriguing questions draw readers in and encourage them to keep reading to find the answer. So let's practice using this. We're gonna have a question, then we're gonna answer the question using the thesis statement. We're gonna take a few minutes and then we're gonna discuss this step. Okay, more examples of a thesis statement. You can think about fast food, doing exercise, uh, social medias, and then we need to ask question about, for example, if I have to talk about social medias, why are social media so popular nowadays? And we answer the question. Social medias are so popular nowadays because, and then I'm going to have my ideas. Social medias are so popular nowadays because you can keep in touch with with everyone around the world. You can use them to get information, update information, and you can use them to get and have fun, to get entertainment. So I have three ideas. Keep in touch with people, get update information, and to get entertainment. So I am going to describe each of these ideas in my body paragraph. Let's see this one. Number two, state an argumentative and then refute it. Introduce an idea that contrasts with your belief and immediately explain why you disagree with it. Example, while some people believe peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are too simple, they're versatile sandwiches that you can easily turn into gourmet meal. This method is effective because it uses evidence and immediately demonstrate your credibility. So let's start giving example of this one, and then we're gonna continue with number three. Okay, more examples we can have. Briefly outline your main points. Introduce your main point and explain how you'll back it up. For example, you can turn a peanut butter and jelly sandwich into a gourmet meal by using artisanal bread, toasting the bread, and adding additional toppings. This method is effective because it gives readers a clear idea of everything you'll discuss in your essay. It also serves as a roadmap to help keep your organized and tada. Okay, let's talk about 5 types of argument claims. When you decide what you're arguing and know your thesis statement, consider how you'll present your argument. There are 5 steps of argument claims that can drive your essay. So we're gonna have 5. Let's read it, and then we're gonna be discussing one by one. Also, we are gonna have examples. I'm going to ask question for all of them to have a better understanding and clear ideas about these argument claims. Okay, in this one we have facts, definition, value, cause, and policy. What is a fact? Whether the statement is true or false. A fact, it can be something that has been proved. We can, as a fact, we can say the biggest ocean in the world is the Pacific Ocean. That is a fact. Definition. The dictionary definition of what you're arguing plus your own personal interpretation of it when you have the meaning of uh, when you cite what somebody else said, you have to mention that, but also you have to explain with your own word your interpretation. Value, the importance of what you're arguing. Okay, I am talking about the importance of doing exercise in the morning, but why? I need to give evidence, I need to give information, very detailed information that support that idea. Cause and effect, what causes the problem in your essay and what effect it has. Policy, why the reader should care and what they should do about it after reading. There are three main ways to structure an argumentative essay. So we can say choose one of the following or combine them to write your persuasive paper. We have this classical, Rogerian, and Tolman. So we're going to see each one of them and we're going to discuss with examples. Okay, for the classical, we have present the main argument, state your opinion, and do your best to convince the reader why your stance is the right ones, also called Aristotelian. This is the most popular strategy for making an argument because it's the simplest line of thinking to follow. It's effective when your audience doesn't have a lot of information or a strong opinion about your topic, as it outlines the facts clearly and concisely. Rogerian present the problem, acknowledge the opposing side of the argument, state your point of view, and explain why your is the most beneficial to the reader. This type of argument is effective for polarizing topic as it acknowledges both sides and present the middle ground. And last one, told me. Present your claim, present grounds to back up the claim, and then justify that the grounds are linked to the claim. This type of argument is also effective for polarizing topics, but rather than present both sides. It presents one, hanging particularly on facts presented in a way that makes the claim difficult to argue with. Okay, to conclude this one, I have this. Mention three topics that would make great argumentative essay and explain why you choose each one. Remember that argumentative is when we have a point of view and then we want to convince, to persuade someone, but to do that, we need to have evidence. The evidence can be taken from somebody else if we want to cite if we want to get statistic reports based on what other authors have done and things like that. Okay, finally, what would be a good creative title for an argumentative essay about the best type of motorcycle? This is our topic. Then we can remember that when I said vacation, this is my general idea. So this is going to be my general idea, and we have to create a title. Okay, for this one, I can have Slick Thunder, the Advantage Cruiser, Apex Rider, the ultimate motorcycle experience. So remember that when we are introducing and presenting titles, then we need to connect the title with the thesis statement. The thesis statement introduces the body paragraph. So if my thesis statement has two ideas, I am going to have two body paragraphs. Finally, in the conclusion, I will restate, summarize everything that was said and mentioned in my essay, and also I will introduce my personal opinion. So that's why it's very important to follow a sequence when doing an argumentative essay. So this is all for this class. And remember, as I always said, the importance of do the activities on the platform on time.
Profesor, ¿me confirma?
Sí, terminamos ya por hoy.
Listo, profesor, listo, estudiante. Si no tenemos más consultas o aportes, podemos dar como finalizada la clase de la noche de hoy. Tengan todos una excelente noche. Gracias, profesor.
Vale, hasta luego.